Okay, welcome back, beautiful Pisces. So this is the most important reading of the week, at least I feel it is. This is the time where we lay out all the cards to look at the energies of the upcoming week. And we get a feel for what's really going to come in. So let's take a moment and let's look at it. Let's see what's coming. And then what inevitably we're going to be looking at to work on in the week. Okay, so I did the full moon in Gemini this morning, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and see it. And I mean it's not in Pisces, but it's the Gemini energy is going to be affecting us, so it's always good to take a look and see, you know, how that's happening and what's causing it, what's propelling it, right? Well, choice. Lovers is about choice. It's about choosing harmony. It's about syncing with what is good or what feels good. Oh, did that card. It came out twice this morning, Pisces. So there's a definite change in the air. At least that's what it's feeling. It feels like big change. Oh, yeah. And release. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay. So this week, it's about choosing how you're going to go through this transformation. That's either happening around you on the planet or just within your own world. You're feeling things are shifting. And remember, you're accountable for either your release or your stuckedness, is what I'm going to call it. You either look at the thing, you review it, do the changes that you need, release what you need, and carry on, or you stay stuck. So it is all up to you. And the first card that came in is choosing. Choosing to do this. Okay? Choosing. The choice is yours. Okay. So I'm going to be... Where's my Tarot Oneness? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. It is calling to me. So this will be the first deck on the roster for the week. We're going to be using this one. Yes, we are. So these readings are going to be for the 27th all the way to the 3rd of December. Can you believe it? We're going into December. No surprise, with the full moon, they're releasing, you can see it right here, the transformation, plus the end of the month, plus, all of these things are coming in to play a big part in your week, my beautiful Pisces. So let's see. Ooh, the Ten of Swords, the ending of something. So it didn't, I felt it all the way to my toes, this one. But, yeah, I'm going to... The Four of Swords. Right away, the feathers are giving me that peaceful, airy feeling. Okay? This is what I feel. I look at this, and I feel meditation. I feel meditation beads. I feel a peaceful, feather, airy feeling. Somebody who is literally in the meditation pose. I'm feeling a lot of... going within to restore. It's going to be a week of restoring. To restore, it's not even a restore, it's a reset. It's almost like it feels like it's coming in as when you're doing this, when as the week progresses, it's choosing again. It's choosing that restorative way of being. It's always resetting yourself to zero. When somebody gets in your face, it's a restore. You know what I mean? That's what's coming in. It's like when that energy comes in and tries to disrupt you, restore. Go back to it. I'm here to tell you, some of you are going to fail when you do this. You're going to sit there and go, okay, all right, so I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes and I'm going to restore. And your mind's going to go flutter everywhere. But just a simple act of making yourself do it, like making yourself realize I need to meditate and restore, it's going to bring a lot for you. Yeah. Yeah, growth. This is the death card coming in, okay? This is the energy that's coming in. And it doesn't feel great. Honestly, I don't feel it great. It's a 5. Five's hard. Five's hard. So this, yeah, yeah. Then again, I'm not going to take it. It can be you, or it can be people around you. It doesn't matter. The energy, the general energy is this. This is this. But they're giving you a great, if you're listening to this, they're giving you some great advice, okay? First of all, try to restore yourself, reset yourself. It's going to make the week feel a lot better if you do it this way. If you figure out how to bring yourself back to this, okay? To the restore, to the, yeah. So, let me see. I'm just going to give you a, expect growing pains when new changes happen in life. Change is a natural part of life and cannot be pushed against forever. Change should have aim and purpose. Be courageous, and things will grow. You will blossom. Okay? So I'm not going to read more of this because we're going to look more in depth, but it's definitely growth and restore. Growth and restore are the two big words for the week. What's the block? Let's see the block. Come back to where it is better. But see who's also dressed in red here? Okay, so there's a choice. Again, there's that too. Again, in also in red. Okay, the choice is there. Go back into what you know. Go and hide in fear and stay in the restrictions. But it's a trick. Okay, it's a trick. It's a trick because when you don't grow, even though there's growing pains and it's easier to just go and hide, you're just blocking yourself up. I mean, it's just going to, honestly, it's just going to manifest itself later in the tower. It's just going to manifest itself in a tower. So you may want to retreat back to what is familiar, what I know, the devil I know. This is him right here. He's whispering in your ear going, yeah, you don't want to do any of that. Come on, come here. It's nice and warm here. You know that it's warm here. You're well here, right? Yeah, it's, you know, it's not ideal and it's not what you want. And it's not good for you, really. But you know it, right? So this is freeing of cycles. The devil is about getting past those cycles of restriction, of frustration, of addiction, of all of those things. It's here. This thing right here, right? So, in the death card is the devil card. I love the way that they're both like red forms, right? You got to be careful. They look a lot like each other sometimes. And it feels like death is the devil, right? Because it's so uncomfortable. You said this is not good. I don't feel good in this transition. I don't like these changes. This feels like, you know, bad stuff happening. And where do we attribute the responsibility when something's bad? It's got to be the devil's work, right? I've heard that all my life. It's got to be the devil's work. No. The devil most of the time comes in and seduces you into what you always known. Sometimes it's so quiet you hardly notice. but you're stuck in the same place you were yesterday. Yeah. So, this very powerful messages this week. Go with the flow, okay? If you look at the new moon, it talks about that. Go with the flow. If somebody comes at you and makes you feel uncomfortable, have them repeat. Yeah, all of that. I'm not going to repeat the whole reading because, yeah. So, let's do the crown and the ground. I'm going to take the Wise Spell Tarot here. The ground, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so right away I heard family values, just by the image as well, you know, just look at it. Family value, what grounds you, what keeps you here, what keeps you abundant, what keeps you happy. It's concentrating on the things that you have, the abundance that you already have. And we do. We have some of that is already within us. The love of people. I've mentioned this a few times in the weeks and the lives. Abundance of feeling the love and the wisdom and the good stuff that comes with the foundations that you have. Okay? It's not all bad stuff. Not all of it needs to be destroyed. So it's focusing on the foundations that you can build on. Okay? Change does come, but it doesn't mean that you have to change every single thing about you. It doesn't come in, sweep, and remove everything. There is some stuff that you have done right. Okay? So you can't assume that every time big changes come that you've done everything wrong. And you can't assume that you're going to get it right every time anyway. Okay? We're not here to be perfect. We're here to be us. We're here to learn. So focusing on what is there, the foundations, the tradition, the wisdom, the stuff inherited that is good, okay? And the crown. Let's see what comes in for the crown. Perspective. Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, it's a great card to have in there. So this week is going to be, you are going to be playing the observer this week. But you're also going to be interacting. You're going to be interacting this week. It's not just about the observer, but first and foremost, the observer. Because like I said this morning, somebody may come at you with words. It's up to you to stop and go, did I misinterpret it? Or did they say it in a way that they didn't realize they said it in that way? So it's always good to have somebody repeat, look, I'm taking this in a weird way. So could you repeat that for me? Because I want to make sure I understood correctly before I engage with you in a conversation. People will usually stop at that comment and go, huh? And then they'll be reviewing in their mind what they said and sometimes go, oh, it does sound like that. You have to remember that some of us, in this age of technology, have forgotten how to communicate with each other, as funny as that sounds. We've forgotten how to have a constructive conversation. We've forgotten how to interact with each other one-on-one. So even if you're doing on technology and Zoom calls, facial expressions and everything, it's been so long since people, there's a fear of it. I see it all the time. We go out to a restaurant and I think there's the very old people who are still talking to each other, which is basically yelling at each other, which is something very interesting you should observe at all times. You should hear the conversations. They're so wonderful. They're so, you know, you can hear the age and where they come from. And then there's some people who actively choose not to be on technology and have a one-on-one with each other, which is my type of thing. I will, if somebody's on their phone, I will look at them and stop talking. Because it's like, I'm present here with you. Get off that, right? There's a time for it, and it's not when you're sitting with another human being. Then you have other people who just don't look at each other at all the entire time. They're just on their electronic devices. And I find that a very sad That's my opinion. A sad thing, because you could be connecting with another human being, right? Another physical form, with eyes, with speech, with conversation, and you choose not to. So, just because technology offers us a way to communicate with each other, I find that there's sometimes we don't know how to communicate with each other anymore, because it's all done through text, and then you try to communicate with people the way you do through text, and there's sometimes the filter isn't there, something that we do when we're having conversations, and then there's miscommunication. So this could be part of it, okay? This could be part of that situation. All right, we're going to carry on. I don't know why I went out on that, but that was a big one. So there's a lot of observing. There's a lot of like sitting back going, that's interesting. And if you have younger people who are trying to communicate with you, well, maybe it's time to show them how that's done, right? If they come from a world where they no longer know how to communicate, okay? It's time to take that extra step and take the time. So this is a new deck. I said this morning. This is the Cosmic Coven. I love this one. And you have the 8. Okay, so in the past, hard work. Hard work on your part. Absolutely. You're doing quality work. This I will call refinement. I feel that this is refinement. All of this right now, it's refinement. It's when hard situations come in, you refine it. Okay, and I feel I have done that myself. I mentioned this quite a few weeks ago when I was sick. I felt like I was refining the moments when I was sick. Instead of just going, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm afraid, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. It was like, I'm observing. Yes, I'm very sick, but I'm observing. What are the people around me doing? What is going on while I'm like this? And letting the love and the right emotions come in, and the appreciation as well for the people who are there, right? And it's not necessary. I mean, if I take care of you and you're sick, I don't expect anybody to be gushing for days after. But it's nice to be noticed. It's nice to be appreciated. Everybody does, okay? Just to mention it is good. It's like, I saw you were there. I saw you took care. And I appreciate it, okay? Hey, I like that. I saw you were there. I saw you took care. Aww. All right, I'm going to forget it. I should write that down. Okay, so what's coming up? King of Cups. I love that. It almost looks like a heart, but it's a cup, right? But it almost does. It almost looks like a heart. It almost looks like he's letting the rainbow near his heart. There's, of course, the big water beside. Everything still kind of, the jumping of the fishies from one end to another. I like this. This is a mastery. This is somebody who's like calm. So, like I said, in other words, example, like I said, I was sick quite a few weeks ago, and calm. No matter what's happening, whatever the upheaval is, it's bringing in that calm. Something you haven't felt before. Because I've been sick through my lifetime. It's happened, you know, everybody does. But there was something very different and defined about that moment. I was very much put in an observer position to see the synchronicities. And I even mentioned this, if you haven't seen that live, it's quite a few weeks back, but it would be around the 5th. The 5th of November. It's the live from the 5th of November. I talk about this. I talk about the synchronicity of, after being sick, asking my guides with the cards in my deck, what was this about? It was weird. There was something, I knew there was something strange about it, and they said synchronicity, and I thought at first, you're nuts. I'm really sick and you want me to be in harmony? What is this? And it was seeing the harmony around me, seeing how I was sync, how people reacted. It was very much about being the observer. And I feel the same way coming in to the months ahead. You are very much refining and being the observer, fine-tuning, looking at things and going, how interesting. Now let me tweak this. This is what I feel is coming in. So you're getting into very much master energy. I love it. I mean, we'll take it. Okay. All right. So let's see how others see you. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over-controlling can sabotage a relationship. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So it comes in with this. I don't feel that you're doing that. I feel that people are seeing you letting people choose their way. Letting people being responsible for themselves. Observing. That's what I feel. I feel like they're seeing you as going, I don't control you. I can only control me and how I react to situations. And I feel that's what they're saying. They're seeing you like back off and going, your circus, your monkeys. What are you going to do? How are you going to move forward? Right? So you can only take care of what's going on with you. And that's definitely what I'm feeling here. All right. So how others see you. We'll take from the Moon Magic deck. All right. Dreamweaver. Nice. Very nice. Let's take a look. Now I have the song in my head. That's just because that's the actual title of the song, right? Okay. So this is goal setting, action, and effort. This is saying that you need to determine your own path through life. That destiny is in your hand. This card is the antithesis of drifting through life, expecting everything to just come to you. There you go. So it is about, this is you. They see you this way, but they see you taking control of your own life. In other words, you're not controlling anybody else's life anymore. You're letting go of all of that. You are realizing the only thing that you are in control of is you. Okay? As much as that is sometimes really scary, especially when you're in the habit of taking care of everybody around you. Okay? It has a lot to do with control. When you realize that you can't, no matter how sad, how depressing, how anxious it makes you feel sometimes, to not being able to do something for other people, you have to take care of yourself. Okay? All right, my beautiful Pisces, 2 more cards. Do we pick another deck? Yes, we do. I'm going to pick the Sign of the Times here for your hopes and fears. All right. Globe, possibility. Also number 4 represents stability. The globe brings in the World card very much for me. And it makes sense with the Judgment card. This is preparing you, okay, for where you want to go. The end result is what I feel. What kind of possibilities are you opening up for you? And I feel by liberating yourself at this point from everybody else's energy and just being responsible for your own, you are bringing in the possibility of something more. Okay, there's a lot of possibilities that are making themselves available. So what else do I want to use for, do I want to, yeah, we'll use a Raise Your Vibration, which is right beside it. It's they're very beautiful cards. And they're very positive, and I want to end on a very positive note with you, okay? I want your aura to become a magnet for blessings, which is what it says inside the box. And we're going to be focusing on that. Healing myself heals my lineage. I like this because even, look at the tree, okay? This is showing, it's almost showing that this is like the growth of the future, of the spring that's coming. Right now we're in a fall, especially at this part of the world. I know some of you are in your spring actually, so this makes a lot of sense as well. But this is right here, right? Healing myself heals my lineage. Whatever you do today, whatever you're doing now, this is something that gets transmitted. And you may be older, it doesn't matter. The people you know, grandchildren, children, whoever's in your life right now, they're going to all see and learn from where you're going, right? And maybe save some people of the intense growing pains that we have felt in the last 50, 60 years. There's been some major growth going on. Major growth. And I always hope beyond hope that we're going to some, or going towards some calmer times, calmer oceans, right? It's nice to have a break. It's nice to have a break. And I feel a lot of us are fatigued. And I think that by doing the work now, slowing ourselves down, pacing ourselves, but still doing the work, we are going towards the end of the road to being able to put things in place where the next generation, the generation after that, can really get the benefits of everything that we are doing. Okay? Where we don't see ourselves just as physical with, you know, our millions of differences, but more as, you know, we're human beings on a planet and we're souls that are just trying to make our way. And kindness and gratitude are the way to go. And, you know, working through our stuff with, you know, help. And knowing that sometimes it's going to be difficult and we're going to have to push through. But with courage and with love and kindness and dedication, we can get to where we need to go. So that's a big thing. That's it. That's going to be the cards, the energy we're going to be looking at this week. And I hope you can join me. I'm looking forward to it. It looks promising. It's not quite as intense as it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. This is good. This is good. I'll take it. All right, my beautiful Pisces. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new reading. Take care. Bye for now.